Alright, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are out here with a Z-Man chatterbait. Trailer is a Z-Man 3-inch minnow. I got quite a few packs of the Z-Man minnows. Thought I would try out some new lure types. And yeah, today we're fishing the neighborhood. It is a warm day, and I am honestly not used to warm weather anymore, so I didn't want to get the kayak out. Because, if you guys didn't know, I do suffer from some pretty severe health anxiety, and, since I'm not used to warm weather, getting the big the kayak's really not heavy, but, getting that out to the lake, and, I'm kind of anxious. So I came out here. We're going to do some land-based fishing. We're going to sit out in this warmth for a while, get to sweating, kind of try to get used to the warmer weather again. Anyways, yeah, I've never really caught a freshwater fish, and at Academy, I saw all these Z-Man baits, and I know that Z-Mans are way more durable than Gulp, and also the Gulp juices leak everywhere. And that is something that I am not a fan of. So this is my Cast King Centron combo, 2000 reel, 10 pound braid, I think 15 pound leader. If our leader breaks off, I have 20 pound with me. But yeah, 10 pound braid. I see people fishing in here all the time, but I have never been to this part of the neighborhood. But anyways, I haven't used this rod in a while, so we're going to see how she casts. Pretty good. Not bad. Now, I'm not too sure how to retrieve a chatterbait. I know it's like a vibrating jig, and I know jigs, you do this kind of wild retrieve. So I'm really not too sure the best retrieve for the whole chatterbait. We're hitting I guess we got a little bit of snot grass. Doesn't look too heavy. Just enough to kind of hold down our little jiggly bits. Alright. Now, like I said, I'm not really too sure how to retrieve this. We're going to try to figure it out. I also do have my GLF with me with just a 3-inch minnow on it. So we do have a lure that I can straight retrieve. I'm not really sure how to retrieve the jig. Does this have any snot grass on it? These are really sticking together, aren't they? But yeah, anyways, I'm not too sure if there's many of you that suffer anxiety yourselves, but I do have some CBD pouches coming in either tomorrow or Saturday. And CBD is just a great way to really relax. My anxiety is a lot of racing thoughts, a lot of worrying. And CBD just kind of makes it to where your body calms down, and you don't get those racing thoughts. It's just I just kind of need something to help me chill. Even on my good days, where my anxiety is not that bad, I'm still sitting there procrastinating about getting the kayak out. Like today, I've wasted months of kayak fishing because anxiety is keeping me from doing it, and it really sucks. It's a whole lot of mind over matter, and it's really difficult for me, which is why, I got the CBD. CBD is really great for you in general. It helps with inflammation, pain. If you have headaches or migraines, it's a natural remedy. Instead of having to take ibuprofen and Excedrin migraine and all these crazy pills, you can take natural CBD, and that'll help you with headaches and just pain in general. But yeah, man, I have that coming, so that's probably going to help me a ton relax and just chill. But yeah, I just need something to get me through the stress, because even when my anxiety is not bad, I am just like a natural stressor, and it sucks, man. It really sucks. Just being naturally stressed out sucks. But yeah, I don't want to make this a whole video about my anxiety, but I want to let you guys know why I haven't gotten the kayak out. All these times I've said, yeah, I'm gonna get out this week, I'm gonna get out this week, I'm gonna get out this day, and I don't. It makes me a liar, and I don't like being a liar. So I feel like I owe you guys explanation, and that's the explanation. It's funny, he's not my doctor, but he's like a nurse or something at my doctor's office. He's like, dude, you are too young to have this anxiety. I was like, yeah, man, I agree. I don't understand why it's so bad. He's like, yeah, man, you're young and you're healthy. What the hell are you worrying about? And that is the thing with mental anxiety, is you can't control it. Like, positive thinking is a huge part of it. And that's kind of hard for me. I've never been the greatest positive thinker because I naturally stress out. But anyways, yeah, I am too young to be anxious like this. But then again, there's a lot of people my age with chronic anxiety. Anxiety is no joke. And a lot of people just don't know how to overcome it. I've overcome it before. I had pretty bad anxiety in my early 20s, and it took me a year or two. And I had a couple years without bad anxiety, and now I have anxiety again. So it is a pain in the ass. It's not a fun thing to go through. Alright, we've arrived to a different pond, but this one's looking kind of gnarly. I guess we'll see. Alright, I had a bass, I believe, bite my hook. But it didn't want to bite again on the chatterbait, so I just got a straight 3-inch Z-Man minnow on the Shimano GLF. We're going to try to fling it out and see if we can get something to bite the straight minnow. Yeah, these minnows seem a little easier to rig too than the gulp. Alright, dude. Get out of there. Oh no. No. Oh boy. There we go. Thank God. I think I hooked the turtle in the leg. Swim away, swim away. Okay, I'm glad he's okay. Okay, good. Alright, let's move to the last pond, shall we? Alright, you guys. Last stop of the day. This is the pool of my community. This is where I believe the most bass are caught in the community. I wonder if it's a full moon or something. I wonder why all the ponds are low. Kind of interesting. Anyways, let's see if we can snag a fish. I didn't mean to cast over there, but that works. What in the world? I don't know what's going on my line here. Got some loose line wrapped around my reel. I don't really know what happened there. There we go, that got it. Hey, I gotta do some research. I gotta go watch Tyler's Reel Fishing and see how to retrieve these chatterbaits. I am not too sure. This is a 1/4 ounce chatterbait too. This thing is kind of heavy.